Sending data to Twitch, sending data to YouTube. I am live on YouTube. Hooray!
Your wildest dreams have come true.
Yes. Stream health is okay, not great. Twitch/Chicken Game. No, I'm not logged into that account. That's fine. I am live on Twitch. Hey, somebody changed it to Chicken Arena. Hooray!
I think it's been that way for a while, actually.
I
mean, we
not
did it
be
on
surprised.
purpose. We did it on purpose.
Okay, we need to let people know that we are doing this so they can show up.
Tweeted.
At channel or at here. Hi, Arrow Galaxy. I'm totally guessing because the spelling is all sorts of crazy. Okay.
There's a really good rhythm indie game called Arrow. You should try it. But also try chicken.
Yes. Okay. Chat. Chat window. Centered here so I can see what everyone's saying. Okay. Let me get... put together a Steam event here.
Well, hi, John. We're live, just so you know.
Surprise! You are not on camera, though, since we're doing a solo stream today, just with the peanut gallery included. Bookmarks.
That Venus chicken thing is amazing.
Yes. That was very lucky that came up the last time I jumped through stuff. It's the Chicken Man, just Chicken Guy, Chicken Man, single.
Chicken Guy, and friends.
Yes, and friends. So hi Jelly Butter, hi Lord Dragon, hi Chicken Dinner. It is very difficult to drink coffee while wearing a chicken hat, in case anyone was wondering.
I thought you would have been a professional with that by now. Don't you wear this every day?
Yeah. I do find it difficult sometimes to code while wearing the chicken hat. So while I try to always get my head inside the chicken, it's important.
With the headphones.
So, yes, the headphones go on the outside here. Let me get a clearer view here so everyone can see. So I have my full chicken hat here, and the headphones can go on the outside here. And yes, there are eye holes, so I could pull this down, but my eyes are a little bit too wide apart, so I would not be able to see very well. And I find that to be not very useful when it comes to streaming and to do programming as well, for that matter.
At least you tried.
You need two eyes for programming?
Well, it's constantly shifting left and right. I can only see part of the screen at the time. Okay, join us on Twitch and YouTube as we show off the latest arena gameplay and answer all of your chicken related questions.
I like that you specified chicken related just in case.
I mean, I was gonna say I'll try on other ones, but I don't want to overpromise, you know.
Right.
We always try to make sure we deliver on whatever we say we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of my focus right now. So let me get this event set out so that anyone who's on Steam right now who's interested will be able to see it. Okay, live Nebraska live chicken developer live stream. Latest arena gameplay, answer all your chicken related questions. Now, create event. Go, it is live.
Hooray!
So it is said, so let it be written.
So it shall be.
Yes, as well. Okay. So yes, if you haven't checked out Chicken recently, this is our new splash page, showing off this glorious Venus chicken thing. Um, there's lots and lots and lots of new stuff going on right now. We've been really focusing heavily on the polish of the game, which includes creature animations. It includes the arena modes, especially in terms of balance, creature respawning, resources. We got one more person in our little developer chat here as well. We have one of our artists here, Jason. Say hi, Jason. You're not on camera, just audio. Does he hear me? Okay, so without too much further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the arena. So here I'll show off, each time you change what you have selected here, it respawns a new creature. We've also been doing a lot, yes, this is the thing. I happen to know that that's what that's called. We've been doing a lot of work on terms of our performance stuff, as well as graphics, what you can have options to do. I'll make sure everything's set up high here. I've been doing a lot of development work to make sure, to get all of our low-end machines working as well as our top-end machines work. So I've been heavily focused on making sure that our integrated graphics users and anyone else who feels like they might have been left behind with all of our major graphics updates. We can hear you, Jason, now. Somebody want to message him on Slack?
I did.
Okay, cool. This is a repig dog if you're just joining now. So we're going to jump into the arena, but first we're going to build a creature to battle with in the arena. So let's go ahead and jump into the creature creator here. So you'll see we have brand new loading screens. If you haven't, again, checked things out recently, showing off all of the awesome abilities and locations and stuff in the world of Chicken.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Tell him to check his Hangout settings. Okay, so this is going to start me with our new creature tutorial. So I'm going to walk through that relatively quickly here. If you haven't checked out our builder recently, we have a relatively new drag and drop interface. We have preview of traits and abilities going in. We've recently just updated, in fact, our ability setup here to make it even clearer. We'll call standard Chicken. There we go. Finish building. That's great. Now let's make them better. Do they start? Do they look at chat? Yes, we do look at chat, Cooper B. I saw that. Whoa, that thing looks awesome. I just was trying to get through our opening spiel there as well. We absolutely do look at chat. So I'm going to head and start from scratch here. Yes, I called you out. It's okay. So here we have 11 creatures types that we can be picking from right now. So we just did a major thing where we went through and cleared out a lot of our older creatures. That does mean that when we take this back onto our live branch, that we're going to have a reset in terms of what creatures in the workshop, which means a fresh start for everyone, showing off all the awesome new creatures. It means you have all the chances to update your creatures and do lots of other things. Cooper B writes, why does food run out so fast? I'm assuming you're talking about adventure mode. Adventure mode is tuned so that it's relatively easy to find food, especially early on. You'll find as you move through the game, though, it might become a little more difficult to find food, especially as your creature gets larger. The goal is, and that's why we have now a survival quest for it, is that you should be creating a campfire and processing your food, cooking it into more nutritious variations that allow you to regain a lot more health and energy from each bite. So let's pick our battle creature that we're going to do today. So let's pick some cool bits. Let's go ahead and do something's dog parts. Dog parts are cool. Let's do a dog spider. That'll be fun.
Oh, jeez.
Dog spider.
Dog spider.
Dog spider. So this will be dog spider to start. We'll see what he ends up being, but we'll start him like that. So we also have a bunch of little neat things. So this I'm going to show off how, as a developer, I would build very quickly by using our current selected block to cursor, which means I can click and just place. So bam, I can quickly get something going very easily. let's see here. We'll grab some half sizes. And do the same on the other side. And we're going to make him a little back heavy. Now we'll drop it down to some small bits. And we'll put some legs on this guy. Oops. So this is one of the cool little features here. So I misclicked and I missed where I wanted to put this. So before you used to have to, oh, I'm going to remove it and do all these things. Boop, pop that off, put it there. Okay. Cooper B writes, has a bug report for us. Saddled animals somehow keep walking through fenced-in spots they have. It's weird and can get really annoying. Cooper, are you playing on the pre-release branch or on the live branch of the game? So it's an important distinction. Basically, if your game looks as bright and vibrant as this does, it means you're on pre-release. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and add that to our bug board. And we have a request that I should add tentacles to this guy from Twitch, so we'll go ahead and grab octopus parts as well. Okay, so we have a basic spider base here, so now let's add some dog bits. So we're going to do just a single block here as the start of the transition, and now I'm going to switch to a small. I need to make sure I lock it. And a medium head block. And give him a cute little dog face.
It doesn't make up for the nightmare in the back.
Oh, no, it's going to get better, don't worry.
Okay.
So I'm going to select the small here. Now I'm going to use some of the advanced features. So we have this grid set up here, active, small, and disable. And I'm going to go ahead and switch to disable because I want to be able to line this up perfectly. Because I'm going to create a top-aligned block here. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so I can see that one came out a little higher. So let me pop that off, drop it down. And click. Still too high. There we go. I'm going to turn my grid spacing back on so I can get these eyes centered nicely. Actually, I'm going to put... So here's something that can happen when you're trying to do these things. Name of the game, chicken and not chicken. Okay, so I'm trying to do a couple things all at once here. So you notice that both of these ended up as the same side, and that's because it's based on the block it's connected to. So what I can do is switch to free place and just shift it a little bit that way. Here we go. Okay, now we need some ears. Obviously we'll go on the outside of these small blocks. And now some tails. Let's see, we'll do, give him some hair, some tail hair. Because that's a thing, right?
Yes.
Hot dog hair.
Yes.
Hot dog.
Little hot dog hair. And we'll get little ones in the back here so we can see. When he's happy, they'll all wag, so that'll be great. Okay, face is looking pretty good. We had a request for some tentacles. So let's go ahead and add some tentacles. I'm going to pop them on the side here. So we have our new, we created some new medium blocks, some additional blocks for the octopus. They're not totally, there we go, that looks good.
So are you considering how this is going to be competing in the arena as you're building it?
Not initially, but now that we're talking about it, I can start to think about it. So we see, okay, right now he has bite and lick wounds. Lick wounds stuff isn't really useful in it because it's only when we would have multiple of them. So I'm going to unassign that. The reason I would do that is it is going to factor into my creature power here. And depending on how I want to set things up, that could end up mattering a lot. So right now it's starting to look pretty good, but he doesn't have very many abilities. So let's go ahead and go back in there and look at some of the abilities that we could get. Ooh, can we get charge? Oh, let's see. We have limbs, we have bodies, we have eyes, we have mouths. We just need to add a horn of some type. So we could grab a horn on this guy to make him charge. Let's see, what's another good one here? So any of these abilities really would be another good thing. That's only Mech Dino. Laser Eye is always popular.
What water hose would be fun?
Water hose? There it is. So water hose just requires an elephant mouth. So let's figure out how we want to place these things. So if we wanted to give him charge, we're going to go ahead and clear our filters. So we can look at our different horn options here. So I'm going to say this is probably going to look best with some cow horns. Yes. Yes, that looks good. He looks a little concerned now.
Yeah.
We'll see how he looks when I release him, though. He might be happy. It's not, I've heard of weirder things. It's easy to get, so I'm going to put this in the back here to get web sling. Let's make sure that we get our charge here assigned. Why did charge not assigned? Horns must be attached to a head. Aha. Okay, so this is something I haven't gotten to yet, so I'm going to have to fake this just a little bit. So we're going to have to give him one more eye. So we'll get rid of this top bit here. Eye, let's keep a dog eye to keep it consistent. Let's see. We have limbs, we have body, eye, mouth. Horns
They'll
must
have
be
to be
attached to that. Okay, the horn
the
also has
same-
to be on it. Okay.
Everything on the same block. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the horns with the tails here. So we just pop those bad boys off. Oops. Let me undo that. Okay, so it's locking in right now, so let me switch to grid mode. There we go. There we go, charge unlocked.
Nice.
And let's bring back the dog tails. Okay. In adventure mode, how do you get more build limit for your creatures? So, if you start in the current pre-release and you're down in that first forest, if you go off to your left and follow the river around, actually to the far bank, it'll be again the left side of the bank there. You'll see a ruined temple with a crab in it. If you defeat the crab, you will get another relic, and that will allow you to build up to 2 creatures in your bonded party, as well as increase your CP limit to 10. So we're already at 14 here. This is already much stronger than what you'd be able to get even with that first level of stuff. Oops.
That's for pre-release.
Yes.
The old game, there's beams of light that you can follow.
Yep.
That will have a boss and a magic egg that will unlock a higher level.
Okay, Cooper, did you catch that at all? Gollum 13 writes, is it possible to add grabbing as an ability to the tentacles combat? Yes, that is currently in progress. I have a list of abilities that I'm working on. I gotta see what we have made public versus not public, but in general, yes, we want tentacles to be able to grab things. So Cooper, if you're on pre-release, there's temples in the world that you can find that you can get relics at. The first one is to the left of the river. When you come out of the first temple, you look to your left, there'll be a river. Go to the left side of that river, follow it all the way down to the bend. There's a ruined temple with a crab in it. Kill the crab, get the relic. I think in our last stream we went up there and... did we stream that? Or was that just our last multiplayer test? I can't remember. Last time we streamed Adventure Mode, I don't know.
Did I think?
Yeah,
Did we do grabbing ability on the crab claws though?
right now
Not
it
yet.
just does a little snappy attack, which I want to add a little bit more snap to. So right now we have Bite, Web Sling, Charge. We could put Lick Wounds on, but that's not a very strong ability. What was... Oh, Water Spray. That was the other one.
Yeah, I want to see the hose. I could see it like on that top block facing forward,
Like the
like
here?
on the neck, on the hunchback. Like, I wonder if that would work. We
It's not. It'll be interesting.
could try it, yeah.
Yeah. So that isn't hooked up to the chain system yet, but it will be. How will the spider ability with web work? So the current web sling we have is very similar to like the egg launch, if you're familiar with the chicken. We've put a spinneret on the back of the spider here. He'll turn around and shoot a webbing at your enemy and then cause it to be slowed down. Can be a very, very strong ability because it's essentially limiting the movement of your creature. Okay, so we're up to CP15. That's a pretty strong thing. This dog spider has become so much, much more than just a dog spider. So let's think of a better name here. I'm going to call him Jeffrey, but spelt Jeffrey. Yes. This is Joffrey. Jeffrey. I always think Joffrey when I say it's spelled that way, but it's supposed to be Jeffrey. Okay, so we've built this awesome creature, Jeffrey. Let's finish building. Yes, he's all sorts of interesting.
I'm afraid
Let's
to
go ahead
see.
and pet him.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
So we have the different heads are all trying to look at us at the same time, which causes it, hey, that's not working the way it should work. There it goes. But the problem is that top head is trying to look at us as well. So let's go ahead and see what we can do to fix that. So if we were to, let's just pop this off for 1 sec here just to see what happens. Okay, now he's looking at us correctly. So the reason that was happening was that the final block there was being controlled by multiple things. So what we're going to do is just pop on another block. To make sure that it's treated as a separate chain. And we'll see how that ends up working. There we go. It's got a lazy eye. There it goes. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. You're a good boy.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Is the mode you're in out for the public yet? Yes, this mode is. You do have to be on the pre-release, though, to get it.
There's a forum post on how to get onto the pre-release if you don't know how to get there.
Yeah,
can
somebody
link
can
it.
post it in the chat there. And I saw Jace posted in the Twitch chat. We have many more abilities planned, like grab. Again, there's a lot in here. The order in which we're trying to attack, next thing that you will be seeing is going to be some more arm-based abilities. We really liked what the crab arms were letting people start to do and how they were building, and we want to make things like these octopus tentacles act more like arms when they're not being used in legs like they are right now. If you're not sure if you're in pre-release, it should be pretty easy. If you look at your game and it looks like this, you can see like the fur and stuff, and you get the awesome.
It will say in the
loading
main
screens.
menu.
Yep.
The main menu will say it too on the bottom
So
left.
let's make sure this guy gets added. Yep, there's Jeffrey. And we'll go ahead and stop editing creature. So again, this is the our mech raptor showing off the tail strike ability on this medium pig. Pigs are really beefy, and then you have some nice professor chickens in the back taking a nap. So if you go into the main version of the thing, you can see I'm actually on the developer beta branch, which you do not have access to. But we are in the process of building out what's on this branch for all branches. And
By the way, this is just went live on pre-release.
okay, so yeah, while I've been sitting here talking here, John pressed the button. This is now the pre-release branch as well.
Yay!
Dun, dun, dun.
So if you're currently on pre-release, you will have to quit the game, and you'll have to restart Steam. If you have Steam open, it's going to take a couple hours before it'll show up. But if you close Steam and reopen it, you should have this. It'll immediately start to download, or at least when you hit play, it'll say, "Hey, I need to download something first. Do you want me to do that?" And just hit yes, go ahead, and it'll start downloading. Okay, so Cooper Breeve, you don't have pre-release. Up ahead, above you in the chat, we have a link to our Steam forums, which is probably the best way to get a hold of us, and that explains how to do it. The short version of it is to right-click on the game in your library, go to Properties, click on Betas tab. There's a drop-down menu that you can select pre-release on. I cannot currently access it because I have the game open. Okay, so we've built our creature. Let's go to the arena. So we have lots of different modes here. We have an exhibition match, a tournament, and a team elimination. Let's just start with a quick exhibition match, and we'll do CPU versus CPU. So we can bring on our guy Jeffrey. And now we can pick something for him to go against. So I don't have a lot of creatures here because this was a fresh profile, so it only has a few built-in ones. Let's increase what we got here. Unlock
I was going to say the charger would be an interesting sight.
All creatures unlocked. So that's a slash command. If you caught that, that is how you can get access to all the creatures. Yeah, we'll go ahead and bring in the charger. The charger is probably a little weak actually, but yeah, it's only a CP10. So we can start with the charger and we'll see how that does. So this is a creature we built for one of our arena streams that we did. Showing off some new tech, if you happen to catch that. Gollum writes while we're waiting. So now we can see, here's our setup. We can see the matchup and stuff. So Jeffrey should make quick work of this Ridgeback Charger. So let's go ahead and just set the 2 single point to win, and let's do an evening battle because I think that looks neat. Start. So while this is loading, Gollum13 writes, is there a function plan that enables creatures to upgrade themselves or himself? Right now, no, not in that sense. The idea is that you are in charge of the creature. You should be the one determining how you want to upgrade it. And this is the blue corner, I think, right? Yes, the blue corner, we have Jeffrey with Bite, Web Sling, Charge, and Water Hose. I should just write it twice so that I can say it both ways. And on the other corner, we have a very concerned-looking Ridgeback Charger with Charge and Bite. We can see the chickens and the avatars dancing in the crowd. They're very excited to see what's going to happen. And immediately, Jeffrey turns around, gives him the spider thing, and then charges. You can already see he's taken off a third of the damage. Quick bite there. Ridgeback Charger does not know what to do. There's just too many legs here. It's too big of a creature. He can't really get away from it.
Doesn't know what to focus on.
It's distracted. He's waving his tentacles back and forth, and it's hypnotizing. So the cool thing about this mode that we're in right now, this is CPU versus CPU. I don't have to do anything. I'm just seeing how the 2 creatures would fight if they were to focus on each other. And now we have it. Making quick work of this Ridgeback Charger. And we have a complete knockout.
Nice.
So we can see the final round stats here about what happened. So to expand on Gollum's question, creatures upgrading, they can gain experience, I believe, in the game. So Jeffrey's going to do a little dance here. He's very happy. You can see the ears wagging. Oh, I know what we forgot to do. We didn't give him the water spray, did we?
No.
Okay.
I'll hop back in the editor.
So yeah, if you have the pre-release selected Cooper Bee, you should get access to it. Creatures can gain experience over time. John, do you want to expand on that at all?
Yeah, it's like as you use them as like defeat creatures, as they help you knocking down trees and clearing foliage and other things like that, they gain experience, which basically it buffs their stats. So it allows the creatures to get a little bit more powerful even without adding a new ability or new blocks. And those are the big ways to increase your power. So there's a bunch of ways to improve your creatures as you play the game.
Okay, so this time, let's do the ladder.
Urban, you did give it the ability?
He did have the ability, yes.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Okay, he just didn't use it.
Was no need.
Okay, great.
The camera switching issue we've had in Arena, is that only if I go from player controlled to not player control, or is that if I do player control it's going to
Oh, player control is probably busted.
Okay.
I haven't taken a look.
Yeah, that's it. I knew it was on our list. I just wanted to confirm before I jumped in. So here, I'm going to spend just a little time looking at this window here. So this is our creature detail screen. So you can actually see, as I move around, the different heads and mouths are looking at things, and you can see how the creature would react to it. We can see how the legs move. And I can keep dragging him around however I want. He's going to get very confused. You can see a bit of how the neck system is trying to work here. So this head here is control of this first chain, and it's actually tipping it, and then the rest of it here is going down the rest. So you can see how it's compensating for the drag down because of the water spray. So one thing we wanted to do, if we wanted to make this guy a little bit more effective, because we saw he didn't really use the water spray, and it looks like it's difficult for him to aim it. We're going to go ahead and move it to somewhere a little bit more front-facing. So we have a couple ways we could do that. We could put it right in the front here, on the bottom level. It is going to start dragging it through the ground there. The other way of doing it would be to add a couple more blocks to change the direction that it's going to be influenced in. So we'll do another medium half here, and then we'll drag it up top here. And I'm going to put it on upside down. There we go. So now the water hose is directly above it. I like the silhouette of that. Now we hit it, finish building, you can see how these two things are going to start to work together a little bit better. So now we can see that the main head bit here isn't being as influenced as strongly by the secondary head there. Okay.
So weird.
Is there a list where all planned/included abilities are shown? So included right now abilities are found on that ability tab, which I can jump into maybe here. Nope, that's just the assigned ones. So if I was back, I'm not going to launch it right now because I just
Yeah, the adventure mode has a whole journal section actually. All the things you can unlock, abilities, items, structures, everything in the game.
Yeah.
That is your guide.
So that's one of the things we've been spending a lot of time adding polish to as part of our push to get this pre-release into live. And here I'm going to let this tournament run in the background while we talk about these things, and I'll switch to announcing it from time to time. So we're going to have our new and improved Jeffrey very calmly entering the ring. Showing off the web sling there. He does have the water hose equipped, you can see. So in terms of included abilities, yes, you can check the journal in-game if you were in the edit sphere there, in creative mode or in just direct editing like we were. You should get a full listing of all the abilities. This is a fancy snake ram grabber. You can see with those, he's got horns, so he has charge, he has a poison bite, and he's got those crab claws. So this is
Pretty good at guitar, yeah.
Use the spray, use the spray! Oh, he's charging. Lands the charge.
Poison.
Yes, the poison. That's going to be tough. Come on, use the spray. No, you want to. He's taking a lot of damage. He's definitely making things hard on it. It looks like it's trying to. I saw it.
Yeah, I might have trouble aiming.
That one.
It was doing fine, but the poison's getting to him.
Yeah. We're in pretty good shape. We're gonna win this round. We got one more hit. If we just do so much damage, there it goes. You can see all those chickens and avatars in the audience there as he goes stuns and then knockout. 2 cow legs. That's all it is. Sitting like that. So yeah, we have. I don't think we have publicly facing our current internal list of abilities, but on our Steam forums, we're constantly checking. We have a thread of, hey, here's all the abilities that you can get in the game. Okay, so let's see here. We can do this guy. He's got a dog mouth, so he can eat meat, so I'm going to give him a hamburger. There he goes. He's up to full. And then I'm going to use just 2. I'm going to let the rest of the time here, I'm going to let it just recharge on its own. Abilities is a big part of where the game is planned to grow. So every time we add a new creature, there's going to be, I believe, 8 to 10 abilities added specifically around that creature. Right now we have about that many for most of the 10 creatures you see already in game, but it is definitely something that we want to expand upon in the next couple weeks to months. Because it's really a great spot of the game where it adds so much variety. Like you can see that fancy snake grabber getting knocked back by the charge, but using those crab claws and the way he holds them really feels like arms. Feels very good. There's a nice strike. But we see abilities as kind of the way that your creature differentiation really begins to show and become awesome. So it's very important for us that continues to kind of grow from where it is right now. Boom! Hits him with the web shot to finish him off.
Just like a slow-mo shot.
Okay, and we've won the round.
A couple people were asking about Discord, so I posted the link in YouTube chat.
Oh,
I'll post it in.
Thank you. My thing stopped dragging down.
Yeah, I've had that happen before
Okay. Will there be waves? So I'm in a wave mode right now. This reminds me of a mobile game called Cat's Battleground. Yes, we're familiar with Cat's Battlegrounds. It is something we've seen as a kind of a cool thing to do. Looks like fight against creatures less glitchy now. I'm glad. Yes. So we spent a good bit of time actually focusing on the creature-to-creature collision system, which I have to give John all the credit for the implementation there. I might have helped a little with some advice, but we did the implementation. So creatures really will, especially the height of the creatures and different parts of them, analyze the size and different parts of it to create good spacing and properly attack and dodge each other. You ever see YouTubers play your games like Spycade, Dan the Dino Minecraft? Yes, we're very familiar with all of those. We do track them. It is something that we're very always interested in what YouTubers and people create.
We got the nose. We got the nose.
Yes.
We landed it.
So you can see this catastrophe is a multi-headed creature. It's got cat, dog, chicken, and I know there is a hidden octopus beak. Ooh, just landed a devastating stun followed by a egg missile attack. We've answered back with a, there it is, there's the water spray.
Yep.
Really good at creating distance and space. We did nerf it down just a little bit, so it's not quite as strong as it once was. If you remember from older days, we created creatures that would launch things amazingly high in the air. Speaking of turns, to limit how many abilities a monster can have in a fight. Don't want my creature to fight against god-tier monsters. Yes, so if you notice when we were building our creature, we have a thing called creature power. So in addition to your creature stats playing into that, the abilities alter that as well. So adding additional abilities will actually increase the strength of your creature, and that becomes what is used to track a lot of the... allows us to track the strength of the creature. And additionally, you'll notice the green bar there, the energy bar. Every time a creature uses an ability, it's going to drain that bar. So if you don't have a good balance of just general creature blocks and stats to abilities, you're going to find yourself out of energy very quickly. I got the game because of Spy Cakes, because the game looked cool and fun. Yes! We really enjoyed the Spy Games multiplayer stuff. That was a very... So we use the YouTube as well as all of our comments we get on...
Uh-oh. They were just staring each other down.
Yes. There we go.
The standoff.
Well, Catastrophe ran out of energy, and Joffrey was kind of waiting to see what he would do.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. The recoil when that egg started up here.
The comments we get back on Discord and on our forums, and that we see people doing on YouTube and Twitch. Actually, turn the mic up or down or the game down. Hard to hear you. Yes, I can. Sorry about that. It's a little tricky sometimes to tell what the relative volumes are. Let me check my OBS settings. So I can't turn desktop down too much without muting all of my fellow developers and coworkers. That would not be good. Okay, so is that a little bit better? My mic should be a little bit louder now, and actually I can move it even closer to me. Okay, and we made it through. We won the second round there. Okay. Back to what I was saying. So the YouTubers, Twitch users, both big and small, really helped to keep us in touch with our community. Oh, Catastrophe won. I wasn't even watching. He must have won
Yeah.
on points. We didn't attack
Points,
enough. He's got a lot of attacks. Okay, so let's try to make some smaller creatures here to play around with, because those could be a little bit more challenging to build something towards, and we can see how single abilities and stuff can start to really affect stuff. So let's jump back out to the main menu here and do creature collection, create new creature. But yeah, the feedback we get from YouTubers, from all the different ways of contacting us, help us to really drill down on what works in the game, what doesn't work, what's a frustration point, and how we can best support the community. It's really important to us to really interact with the community. That's why we do these streams. And I know there's a bunch more people watching that might be chatting. It's okay. If you have any questions or anything, we're here to talk to you. It's how we know that we're making the right changes and taking the right steps to make this game as awesome as it could be for everyone. Whether your goals might be to use this game as for content creation, or if your goal is I want to play with my friends. Personally, I love the multiplayer. I cannot wait till we get that on live. I'll probably host on my machine multiplayer most nights just because it's so much fun. So I'm really, really excited for when we get to that point. You guys add things that can explode, like you can make bombs. Surprise! You can make bombs. We'll get to that in just a moment. Okay, let's do a mech dino snake crab. Those go together well. Can we get smaller horns? Personally, I think cow horns should be slightly shorter. Yeah, we can get smaller horns.
There's
I will
different
make you
horns.
smaller horns.
We have some smaller horns already.
Yeah, let's take a quick look here. So
Yeah.
already we have a small tusk, which is one of our smaller ones. I agree in general that most of them are pretty big. So let's go ahead and let's put some blocks on here so I can show. Yeah, so being able to play with your siblings or your friends is a ton of fun, especially because you can all be building together in this build mode at the same time. Let's make something that looks a little bit different. Let's make something truly terrifying. Okay.
Because the other one wasn't terrifying.
like
It was only slightly
truly
terrifying.
as opposed to kind of half
Slightly
terrifying.
terrifying.
I just realized I was going to make a small creature, so let me go ahead and start over with small blocks. Haha.
Nice.
Do small. There we go. You see, when you make small creatures, a lot of these blocks are way oversized. Yes, so the blocks are all following a specific grid size system. It's so that you can make these creatures kind of more interchangeable, which is really important to us. But you'll see with what I'm doing that you can still make some really interesting small creatures by using a lot of the small bits and pieces here. If you can't wait to play it, turns out you can right now. This is live on our pre-release, so go check it out. I can see people chatting and asking. We're very excited about where it is and where it's going. So go ahead and check it out, kick the tires on it, check out the new adventure mode stuff. We just today added some really neat features in terms of it's not just spiders that will spawn at night. Lots of other stuff will spawn at night. So every night is a new terrifying horribleness that is coming to get you. We were just testing it today, and it was very exciting. Let's see, pig legs. Those are nice and a little tall. Let's see here. What is the smallest leg? Is it spider?
That or chicken, right?
I can do really. We'll make it tentacle based.
Oh boy. It's gonna be so slow.
Oh my, what the?
I mean, I could
Actually-
just give it no legs. It's gonna be pretty fast.
Actually, it's fast. Wow, I didn't even know that.
Symmetrical mode for creative building, yes. So this is something we've talked about. The problem is which symmetry do you want to use, and also because even though I am building very symmetrical creatures, because that is pleasing to me, there's no guarantees about it. So if I have symmetry mode on and like I don't have this right side here and I go to place it, how should that work? So there is a bit of work there to be done in terms of logic to make that feel and play right. So we haven't focused on it yet, but it is on our roadmap, specifically for me to add. So that's why I can directly comment on it, because I know I'm the one who has to do that. Are the poachers still in the game? Yes, they are, and they've been overhauled.
Yes.
We just
Fancy
tested
new
them.
poacher.
Yes, so we just actually tested them a bit today in our internal multiplayer test, and they were terrifying. You should start to see
Be
them.
prepared.
Yes. You're probably not prepared when you get to them, especially if you run past stuff like we did.
Yeah, don't rush to them.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a good time.
We very much wanted to get past the Gen 1 chicken of, hey, I'm just going to run past all the challenges and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm just going to sneak. You can't do that anymore. You do actually have to play the game to do stuff.
Strategize.
Yes,
Build a
think about
creature
how are you
and
going to build this? How are you going to make this work?
unlock some abilities.
Which abilities do you want to put in combination with each other? Okay, so now what mouse should we use? I think spider mouth is going to look good. Yes.
How do these guys end up being cute? I don't understand. It's all Jason and Kevin.
Small blocks. Small blocks. So cute.
I wish we had antennas now. I mean, we have tails.
We do have. We usually have been using the carnivorous plant tail. It's a good antenna one.
And I used to think one as an antenna too.
So this is a strong creature, but it is relatively small. And actually, if we were to pop off these tentacles, you can see how tiny this thing actually is.
That one would be fun, a really
It's gonna
fun
be
one to ride
real
as a
slow.
saddle.
There we go.
Now
What
watch
are
it
his
hop
abilities?
around. It's just going to hop
No,
around,
it's
right?
not. No, it's going to slide. It's got more than one contact point.
Oh.
So you can see it's just going to glide along on these
Slide
dino
on
parts
his
here.
belly. Not even.
Let's go ahead and give him a pet. Oh, he's a good boy.
Aww.
Yeah, you're a good boy. Your mouth is terrifying. It's filled with hair, but you're cute. You see some of our new fur system on the cap blocks here. And that noodly tail on
So-
the head.
All about the noodles. All about the noodles.
Okay, so here, if you're just checking it out, this is the new avatar. We really wanted to get something that felt at home with these creatures. Yes, so I anticipated what you were going to ask, Cooper B. So somebody just asked just after I've done it already on my end.
You
to
should
show
put a,
off
put a saddle on this guy with the tentacles.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I want to see what that looks like.
Okay, so another really cool thing to check out. You see, hey, there's a lot of crazy looking items here, so I'm going to want to wield a crab axe whilst I ride.
Of course. Not the bow and arrow.
I'll switch to that next. We can show that off. So now I can hop on here and I can ride this guy. So I'm in directed control, so now I can trigger the abilities that we had selected.
You gotta put those tentacles back on though.
What do you mean? This is perfect. This is the perfect speed for me
He
to
looks
move
like
through
one
the
of
game.
those like quarter machines outside of
Yeah,
grocery
exactly.
stores.
Exactly.
That you can put a quarter in and ride around.
Yes,
For...
now I want to have 4
Like
of
on the
these.
slowest speeder bike ever. Lasers.
Oh my god. We're in the 116 league.
This is perfect. I'm a slow-moving laser thing of death. I can use a little strike ability, get a little hop in there. Okay. So that's in direct control. I can also switch to indirect control, and now I can wield things whilst I ride. So I can swing my crab axe. So as I was saying, we have a lot of new items here. We've started to integrate a lot more items into the creature system. So you can see we have like a chicken axe, chicken hammer, crab axe, in addition to all of our awesome armors, which we'll show off more soon. In fact, here, let me go ahead and throw on the poacher outfit so you can see. This is what the new poacher looks like. Again, it's an interesting enough. He's because I switched while I was riding, he's now in walk mode. So let's dismount and remount here. There we go. So as I cruise along here, so I can chat about stuff. So yeah, this is the new poacher. Obviously, a major contrast there to the to kind of fit in with the new style of creature, the new art style, everything else that's new and looks awesome. In addition to, I'm gonna switch to direct control so I can do my little hop. it's really to fit in with this world that's become. Now, we did love kind of the cuteness of the old ones. I would not be surprised if they make it back into the game in some form, but not as necessarily character. Personally, I would love to make them little chew toys for the creatures.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Here, have a poacher toy.
So,
Now we've found the sound effects.
yes.
Excellent.
So we have a bunch more ranged weapons has been a focus of ours as well. We know how deadly combat is by experience at this point. Let me grab a big stack of arrows here. So now we've added some bow type combat. So I can shoot these arrows at things. I can actually spawn some creatures in here. Let's bring in a moo chicken. Spawn. Hey, buddy. You can see the longer I draw back, I am actually generating more power as opposed to firing quickly where they just drop down. That's not good. Get it. Yes!
Oh,
Also in creative mode, so I don't
he's
know.
running away.
Yeah, they're not going to be attacking back because I'm safe right now. We also have a pigtail slingshot. Very important for all of your slingshot needs.
The retro phone cord pick.
Yes.
All
Okay,
right.
so let's go ahead and finish this guy off and then bring him into the arena and see what happens. So let's go ahead and put those legs back on. I say legs, these tentacles back on. And actually, if I take off the saddle temporarily, I can just undo back to when I had them on there. There we go. And now he's got this very cute little bounce to him. And now if I want to put this on,
Whoa.
he'll kneel for me, and I can pop that on there.
Oh, he's fast.
Yeah,
No doubt.
terrifying. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Still got those awesome laser attack. Oh, they want to see the bombs. Right here, exploding fruit. These have actually been in the game for a long, long time.
Yeah, it's one of the first items we added.
Because we knew immediately, like, hey, yeah, we're going to need this, so I can throw them. Whoa.
Pro tip: drop a bunch on the ground and then
Yes.
explode one.
Set up a chain reaction.
Yeah, it's a chain reaction. It's really cool.
What's the drop button? Nope. There it is. V is. So I can drop a bunch on the ground and then throw one, and they should all blow up. Boom! Yay! Okay, let's bring this guy into... Did we name him? We need a name for this guy. Quickly, channel, tell me, what should I name this guy? Come back! Oh, he's scared of the bombs.
No.
I said, that's the opposite of Fast and Furious. Slow and boring. Boring? Boring! Man,
Gotta level up your building skills.
yes. We are going to call this guy Cutie Pie.
They're suggesting
Cutie Pie
calling him
Lazy Eye. There
Lazy
we go.
Eye. Yeah.
Okay, let's bring him into the arena and see what he does. Or she does. Maybe it's a girl. So, okay, now we can jump into the arena. Let's do an exhibition match.
So what abilities did he have? He had poison or she?
Let's examine.
Poison?
We have Laser Eye, Paralysis
Laser
Poison,
Eye.
and Bite.
Okay.
So not a ton. And let's look at all the creatures here. And we also, of course, have our Steam Workshop, where I have some creatures that are pre-downloaded. I can subscribe to new creatures and check out, like, Chicken Plant by John Tomorrow. It's now been added to my list. There he is, right at the front.
Oh,
All right,
that was my test. That's my test creature.
Yes. With a wonderful frill of mouths. Okay, let's go against Fancy Cow. Here we have pretty much a standard cow, except for those beautiful green feathers.
What were his? Oh, I guess we'll see in the start.
Golem 13 recommended Tara Tentacles.
That's
Sorry,
a
I
good
didn't
one.
catch that faster. That is a pretty cool name. Now he's going to bounce his way into the arena here.
This should be an interesting fight because that cow is pretty beefy.
Yes.
Not only just a cow, but has a lot of health.
It's going to be, I think, down to whether or not how well we're able to land a bite. Because you have to jump up to hit it.
That's true too. And that cow also has a stun attack.
Yes, the head bash. He also can graze, which actually should make the between round. I think that might actually trigger and let him eat the grass between rounds.
He might be unkillable.
His head bash. His head bash. Can he hit that guy that low to the ground now? With the head bash?
I think
Yes,
so.
he should be able to.
Okay.
Yeah, he just did there. Ooh, landed the bite back. That was a strong bite. Cooper B is asking about flying. Yes, we have flying in the game. We have the dragons have temporarily been disabled as we refactor their art, because we want to add a lot more abilities to them as well. But right now, chickens are in the game and can fly. We're using it as a glide ability right now, where basically you can jump and then you'll be able to glide your way down, which can let you access a lot of places that you might not otherwise be able to get up into. This is going to be close.
Come on, cutie pie lazy eye. Poison.
Backpedal. We're going to make it.
Oh,
It's
so
not going to
close.
be done in one round. Use the eyes.
Yeah.
Laser eyes. Nope.
Serpentine.
Okay, Fancy Cow got the win. Too many eyes. Too bad. So chickens can now fly. Yes, awesome. Yes, on the pre-release, they can. Request for head animations polished a little bit more. So we did a single round there, so Fancy Cow wins on points. Right now, the exhibition mode is set up to use most attacks landed as the fallback. We do have other modes where it only can end in a knockout. Head animations can be polished a little bit more. Yes, so that is something that I'm heavily working on. Part of the problem was how low to the ground that attack was, and it basically instantly hit. But it should do a full pullback and actually try to hit the creature with the top of its head. It'll be a lot more visible if we were to attack a tree or something. But it's something that we are working on, is how can we make these animations hit harder and better. Because part of it, too, is the length of chain that it has to manipulate, so how long the neck is. Because right now it's set up so that the attacks are taking the same amount of time. Having a short little head like that have the same speed in terms of time of attack as a long neck is a much smaller distance that's going to travel. So that is something that I hope to get to actually in the next week or two, to really get a polished look at some of the abilities that are in game as I start to add on these additional arm and other abilities. Okay, I think that's going to do it for us for today, because as you can see, there's plenty more for us to be doing. And I can see all these different fun creatures. And actually go here and change the time. It should work. Yes. Cooper, how long have you guys been working on the game? 7 or so years? Oh, man, no. I would be very depressed if we were only here after so. No, we've been live on Steam since April 1st, 2016. So we are 2.5 years in on the current live Steam game. And before that, I think we had an alpha demo, which was the only time. It was a free demo to kind of check out the building system. It was horribly optimized and lots of other issues, but it lets you kind of get the idea of what you could do with this cool creature building game. And one of the really great things that we're super excited about, in addition to this arena where you can really kind of, it's another way to play around and mess around with these creatures in a combat type way, the new adventure mode really is polished to show off kind of your interactions with these creatures and how you can survive and thrive in a world filled with these horrible monsters. And I say horrible monsters, sometimes they're very cute as well, as we saw. our attempt to make a terrifying little creature turned into cutie eye, lazy eye. Yes, Dan TDM played the original alpha demo, so that would have been 3 years ago at least, and you can see it looks a lot different now.
Yeah, it's a new game.
The entire game, even if you're just jumping from live into our pre-release, we really hope that you can see how much effort and polish that we're putting in. Gigastro, great. Do we have a data release? The current pre-release is live now. You can go and download it. You just have to switch the branch. We haven't committed to a date for when that pre-release is going to go live because we have a few outstanding issues. We want to be able to make the statement when we put it live that it works as well or better for everyone who has the game currently. As it'll work as well, or if not ideally better, for everyone on the new version, which means every feature that the current live one has, the new one will have, and it will work better. So it's a promise we're really kind of dedicated to right now, which is currently I've been saying, spending time so that if you don't have an awesome, amazing gaming computer, we have the settings to make sure that let me jump into. Let me even show you what it looks like on potato mode of everything turned way down. We still want the game to look great, at least look good and be playable in this super low quality mode. So you can see that I'm still able to have all these things running. And I have a laptop behind me, I don't know if you can see it right now, with an integrated graphics card that I've been specifically working on to make sure that this game can run on something that's even super, super low. And that's to balance against all the performance enhancements. Definitely your best experience does require a graphics card because we're taking advantage of a lot of cutting edge stuff in terms of being able to render stuff directly using the graphics card instead of having to go through a bunch of other systems. But yeah, if you haven't checked the game out now, we actually are on sale right now, and I can't comment on when we might be on sale again. So if you wait till we go live, you might miss this sale. So if you're thinking about it, I highly recommend it now. Again, you can be playing everything we just played right now in addition to the entire adventure mode on pre-release. John just pushed it live right while I was starting the stream, so we can see, even though I'm showing developer down here, if you select the pre-release branch, you will have everything you saw here in the arena, all the creature stuff, in addition to all the awesome stuff in adventure mode, which we'll show off once we want to make sure we have a long and polished experience, and also a lot more time. Everyone here, most of our team here, primarily we have a few international people, but we're in the United States, so we're all prepping for our Thanksgiving holiday here, which will probably take a day or two off from developing, but we'll be active on the forums and anything else if you run into any issues. And after that, we're going to be heavily diving back in to get this game up and get it onto live. So please check us out. I'm going to go ahead and post some store links in our chat, so you can come check us out in the chat or just by hanging out with us. If you have any additional questions, please, you can drop by on our Discord, which we posted up earlier, or we have our Steam forums, which I'll post as well, to come check us out. As you can see, we're very active on it. We read every single thread, every single post that gets posted on these. Will you guys add any new achievements? Yes, we definitely will be adding new achievements. And actually, let's go ahead and jump into the duplicate and edit this guy real quick, because I want to show off one last little thing, which you'll see in our news post that we've put out today. Because it is Thanksgiving.
Eating.
We have
Do we have
turkey
time
feathers.
Yeah.
Last one, I think. Yeah.
Yep. Let me go back up to ultra quality.
Oh.
Do we have localization plans?
Yes. We have plans to do localization. The game is set up so that it is something that we are able to flow in once we're at a place that's good on the adventure side. We haven't done any of the translations yet, but basically we've set up almost all the text in the game is already set up into tables, so that when we're happy with the quality of the game itself, we can start to flow in translations for different popular locales. And also unpopular locales. We want to have it for as many languages as possible, really. A big part of it is making sure the visual language of the game really makes sense, so that you're not in a situation where, like, I'm not sure why, what this means or how this works. In here, let's give him a
Dinner.
Where's that cleaver?
feather beard. We also have hair. We could use a nice head of hair. There we go. So this again is these are all available in our current live thing. I released this guy and now he's alive. Our majestic haired turkey with a feather beard. Oh, he's wild right now. I'm trying to pet him and he's like, why can't I pet him? He's not happy with me. So let's go ahead and
Wow, he does look very majestic.
I moved the two creative items
okay.
on the right.
Thanks.
Just did it last night.
Oh.
I'm searching for my usual things and they're not there.
Yeah.
It's very confusing. We are in heavy active development. We are working at getting to an even tighter continual update thing. We want to be constantly pushing stuff to pre-release. And then once we're pushed to live as well, we'll be doing periodic updates to live from pre-release. I wanted to show off the ball. So now I can come up here and give him some scritches.
Aww.
Do you want to play fetch? Nope. Nope. He's happy. Go get it.
Nah.
Nah. Come on, dog. I'm a turkey.
Just throw balls at your face. Come on, play catch. Okay, he's not feeling it right now. He's happy though.
He really likes just when you throw them at his head. Aww.
Go there and then cancel.
Oh?
Nope. Is decoration plans like hat, flowers that you can put on your creatures? Yes. Kind of feathers was our first thing that we already had in the game and we wanted to bring back into this new art style. We also have things like udders, crab armor, the ever popular anglerfish lure.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can use to really light up the holidays here. Really make it bright as we can be. Yeah, that's perfect. More berries to cultivate, please. I think right now we have just blueberry and raspberries. Blueberries currently not showing up here. There they are. They come in bunches, which you can turn into jam and other stuff. We do have other berries and bushes and stuff planned, but does the lure work? The lure. Where is the lure? What is the lure?
Probably the anglerfish lure probably is what.
What's that?
Not yet. Maybe the choice to revert back to the original avatar. It is technically possible. Probably not though. We really want to make. I said if it comes back into the game, it'll likely be as an item because the old avatar, while it was pretty cute, it really didn't fit in with the rest of the game. It did not look like it belonged with these creatures like this. I mean, look at that guy. Here, you go right there, and then I can stand next to you. There we go. No, stay there. There we go.
It's like so happy.
So happy.
I'm just going to leave it on here for the next 10 minutes.
That's like
You're my
the
best friend.
You look delicious.
that's the golden retriever of chickens.
Yes. He's very happy. He likes me. I'm his buddy. I'm in his party. So yeah, in addition to those blocks I showed off, we do want to get into some more cosmetic type things that you could add to it, like hats or other things. We did a mock-up of what a referee chicken might look like for the which could include like a bow tie, among other things. You're a little too happy. What do you mean? He's great. Okay. There you go. Hey, all right.
Turn off the HUD. Turn off the HUD and the crosshair.
Yeah, sure. Let me get a camera angle
Aw.
fixed.
Whoa!
Oh no.
I just wanted to see how surprised he would be. There we go.
He's
He's a
so
little
happy.
cross-eyed.
Yeah, that's
So now I
special
can jump in
chicken.
if I wanted to just kind of show off the visuals here. There we go.
Oh man.
He's very happy and a little confused. He's special. I made him. This is my fault. I'm sorry.
Perfect. He's perfect.
I want to make sure we got everyone's questions here. I started laughing a lot and missed a lot. Capes, trophies, things. Yes. So right now we're doing costumes as a full. He's ready for his close-up. On the costume end, so we have a bunch of things we promised already. Dog armor, leather armor, cat armor that are all in progress. Those will be in the game soon. What I do want to show off, though, is the chicken armor.
Chicken.
There we go. Now we have... He's not happy anymore. Come on. Smile. There you go. Oh, he's got a lazy eye. There we go. So now we have the avatar. We have myself. We have a chicken. We're all on the same wavelength here.
Oh my God.
Okay, so that was one question. Special things like that. So yes, we have them, and there'll be more. Crab armor is going to be cool. We already have the mock-up, and I've seen early renders of it. What's going to look like? It's awesome. Will the lure work? Eventually, yes, there'll be stuff that's drawn to or repelled from light. Right now, it doesn't have anything attached to it. We could probably do a cool ability around that, which I will get to eventually.
Flashbang ability.
Yeah, make it like do something where it holds it in front and
Yeah.
closes its eyes, and then it does a flash which stuns everything that can see it.
Yeah.
Something like that will be real cool. If you have a burrow ability with it, we'll have it like stick up out of the ground while the rest of your creature is underground, and things will come over to check it, and then you can pounce out on it. Stuff like that would be real easy, real cool, built into the system. We have a lot of really cool abilities on deck, and we can't wait to... Can we have a cow boy hat? Just wait till you see the cow leather armor. That's all I'm going to say. We went through some variations that were more cowboy, less cowboy. I think we hit on something that's just the right amount of cowboy, just the right amount of Viking wearing leather armor. But yes, we're very excited to get those out to you. We can have a lot of things that are in progress and moving forward, and we're very excited to get this out to the live version and start doing a lot more multiplayer type interactions, because I can tell you that the multiplayer parts of this game are insanely fun, and we've reached the point where our multiplayer tests, we have to remind ourselves what we actually have to check, because we end up just playing the game. So that, and we get angry at each other because I like to sneak around and steal everything while people are distracted.
Steal.
Revenge.
That's steal. He admitted it finally.
Still, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, again, check it out if you haven't already. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I could just keep going, and like there's so many fun little things to keep going.
Work to do.
Yes, there's so much to do.
Work.
I love how he's just
More
going completely
work.
cross-eyed.
Oh, work.
Just why not? Let's spawn a dino mech and go ahead, fight that. See what happens.
I need to go Whoa, whoa. Well, that's not a fair fight.
Yeah,
That's right, I
right.
got him.
Tossing them around in the ring. Right.
Okay, that's going to do it for us today. So thanks so much for joining us. We have obviously a bunch more work to do, but we're super, super excited about all the cool things. So this arena is available right now on pre-release. Come check it out. Build some creatures, submit them to the workshop, and we're super, super excited for the next time we get to show off all of the awesome... People are so concerned about our baby. It's okay. He responded to me. He returned. Revive.
We can rebuild him.
I need more
Bye.
blocks. I don't want to end on a down note. Everyone's so worried about our creature. He's okay. It's okay. We're in creative mode. I'll just double click. There we go. There he is. Good as new, right? Yeah, he's good as new.
Hooray.
Oh yes, and because I'm wearing the chicken armor, I can glide. Whee! So again, check it out if you haven't already. Thanks so much. I'm gonna go ahead and stop, or else I'm gonna get distracted and start doing more things. So again,
Bye.
Bye from all. Thanks for checking us out again, and check us out on Steam. And buy right now. We're on sale. We can't tell you next time we're going to go on sale. So check it out. You can do all the things we are now. We're super active on our forums or our Discord. Hit us up. Tell us what you think. If there's something you like, something you don't like, let us know. We're really, really committed to being involved with our community and making sure that we're making the game what you want it to be, not just what we want it to be. So again, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to hit stop now. Bye.
Bye.